Oh no! It looks like a Sharknado!
Welcome everybody, it's Sharknado Day! Yay! Happy Wednesday!
Hey, even though we didn't make it out to San Diego Comic-Con this year, we did manage to get a couple of promo items. I'm ready to be like Finn. We're gonna get the cat. No? Anyway, it's the best foam finger I've ever seen. And Eddie. And we got these awesome buttons too. They were given out as freebies at Comic-Con in San Diego. For us, eBay. But not too shabby. Do you think there's any sharks in that lake? It's the St. John's River. Are there Sharknadoes coming out of this too? So by the way, we're on our way to go eat dinner. We've got about 2.5 more hours before the movie starts. I know it sounds kind of ridiculous that we're this excited about Sharknado, at least I am. I think Mary is a little bit, Jesse maybe not so much. But for those folks that haven't seen the movie yet, I've just talked to a couple of people this week and, you know, kind of just blown away that folks didn't watch it. It's kind of a cultural phenomenon. But in any event, I sound ridiculous gushing about this thing because it is genuinely a horrible movie, but that's why I love it so much. The first two movies, sci-fi has really captured this genre which I loved growing up. You know, these B movies or B horror movies. Sci-fi for a while had regular movies coming out with like Mega Shark or Crocosaurus and things like that. And these B-level stars or D or F-level stars that are revived in these movies, and Sharknado just kind of took off as a result. Some of my favorite horror movies are some of these movies that are so cringeworthy that you look and you're like, oh man, like Chud, or you know, things like that, that you're like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and these ridiculous films that like were inspired by William Castle and like Ed Wood, these types of things that like you look at them and you're like, they're so gimmicky and so stupid, but they're so enjoyable because they're so out there, you know. And growing up, there was a show hosted by Joe Bob Briggs, who did Joe Bob Briggs Drive-In Theater. Oh my goodness. And I mean, that was a staple for me growing up as a kid, being able to watch those movies on Saturday nights from like
B and C level movies.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, you know, maybe, you know, 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night until, you know, well through the night, and you got to see those things. Then Joe Bob Briggs did like Monster Vision, I think that was on TNT after the fact, but just phenomenal stuff. And these are the types of movies that Sharknado fits into. So for me, it's unbelievable. And then even more so this time around, I got to see them film a chunk of the scenes or pieces of the scenes at Universal Studios, which is so cool. And for those that don't know, Banks Lee from Attractions Magazine actually is in the movie as an extra. He has a couple of cameo appearances. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they could do this time around. We got our pre-shark meal on at Hooters because the little one is the one that enjoys it the most. Dinner is over with. Hooters, not that great. What do you guys think this time?
I always like Hooters.
Jesse likes it. It kills me.
Yeah, I know, me too.
You wanted to come here.
Oh, it was not a meal fitting for sharks. Although we did have Daytona Beach style wings. I guess that qualifies for sharks. I don't know. You know the thing about Sharknadoes? After they pass, they leave the best sunsets. Hey, by the way, when we were at the comic store before, I picked these up. So we've got Archie versus Sharknado. And Archie versus Sharknado again. This one's got like a variant cover. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's not your typical Archie comic. I mean, look at this. You got Veronica over here, who's like sticking an umbrella through a shark's head. That's pretty awesome. Look at that. And oh man, it's pretty gruesome. When was the last time you saw this kind of action in an Archie comic? I mean, come on. And this, I mean, come on. This is like grade A shark butt kicking. So far, amazing. Who wouldn't want Mark Cuban as a president? It's got to be better than Donald Trump. Epic! I gotta tell you, when we go to Cabana Bay next time, if there's not sharks in the pool, I'm gonna be pissed. You know, it is really, I am really, really tired lately. If you haven't been able to tell from the videos, I've had a couple of really bad Whopper things that I've said just out of nowhere today, but, you know, we're just talking about, if you're watching a movie, Jerry Springer gets eaten by Bruce, the shark comes to life, Jaws, and I tweeted out that, by the way, I did that first, where we did that because we started taking selfies underneath the shark, which are ridiculous, and if you search Universal Studios and Sharknado together, Google Images, I think I'm like the third or fourth picture that pops up, and now I just said I took a shark instead of taking a picture. So anyway, movie's awesome so far. What do you think?
I think it's insane.
Unbelievable. By the way, we've got a tiny box, so that means the cat's got to fit in it. All good things have to end. Memories over here. Oh no, we have to decide. Does April live or die? Honestly, I think she's kind of like Carl from The Walking Dead in this series. I think I could do without her. What do you think?
I don't know.
That was pretty good. I don't know, like, first hour and a half of the movie, I was, like, head over heels in love with it. And then, last half an hour, seems like they kind of just, like, threw it together. Not like they just throw it together the whole entire movie, but, you know, I don't know. I like the first hour and a half a lot more than the last half an hour, but overall, it was well worth waiting for this thing. I'm so happy. Well, that was a super fun movie, but now it's time to go to sleep. So on that note, thank you for all of your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for your subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys.